When you hear the word psychology, what comes to mind? Reading people's thoughts? Or maybe treating mental illness? The reality is, you experience the mechanics of psychology every single day. You simply don't notice it happening. To understand how your own mind works, we have to start by zooming out and observing the society around us. Look at these voters at the polls. We assume that when we cast a ballot, we're making an independent, logical choice based purely on facts. Or consider a space like this. A single unverified rumor can ripple through the area, overriding individual logic and triggering immediate contagious panic. You have likely caught yourself doing something similar, accepting a piece of information as absolute truth without ever verifying its source. The question is why we do this. We make these choices because human behavior is driven by unseen psychological forces rather than pure logic. Consider a classic scientific experiment. A subject sits in a room and receives a simple instruction: press this mechanical button. But there is a catch. Every time that button goes down, an electric shock is delivered to a stranger in the next room. At first, the subjects hesitate. They feel the moral weight of causing someone else pain. Eventually, they push past that hesitation and continue delivering the shocks, simply because an authority figure in a white coat instructed them to do so. Stop and ask yourself, if you were sitting in that chair, would you have stopped? Independent thinking evaporates under pressure. When directed by authority, people execute extreme decisions they would normally condemn. This diagram illustrates the scientific study of psychology. It breaks down into 3 intersecting pillars: what you think, what you feel, and what you do. The constant interaction between these 3 points dictates your choices and shapes your daily habits. Today, you don't need a scientist giving orders in a lab. Social media algorithms act as the new authority, feeding your specific desires to keep your attention. You scroll through your feed believing you are choosing what to watch. In reality, the algorithm has already chosen the content for you. This works because your brain is wired to take cognitive shortcuts, mental pathways that bypass slow, logical processing to save energy. Because your brain naturally cheats reality to process information faster, external systems manipulate your choices without your consent. This manipulation happens in total isolation. It happens when you are entirely alone, sitting in a dark room illuminated only by your screen. The symptoms are familiar. You fall into cyclical overthinking, lying awake as invasive thoughts loop through your head late at night. These cognitive vulnerabilities drive recurring anxiety. They are the reason you find yourself repeating the exact same mistakes. You aren't broken. This cycle continues because the mechanics of your own behavior remain invisible to you. This blueprint maps out exactly what we are going to cover in this series. We will break down how your brain functions, examine how your thoughts are constructed, and show you how to actively train your mind. Psychology is the tool you use to finally turn your observations inward. If you are ready to regain control of your own mind, subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments. I want to understand my mind.